Hi, my name is Stevo, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a Scottish travel vlogger and I currently have another channel on YouTube, Stevo Was Here. I go to many different countries, meet new people and just try and have a good time. But for a while now, I've really been wanting to try and learn new languages, especially as someone who travels a lot. I spent the last 5 years in China, and as a result, I speak some fairly decent Chinese, and I've decided that it's time to take this language learning thing seriously. I'm a big believer in self-improvement and that you should always be learning new things and growing as a person. So I've decided to start learning Spanish. I've set myself a goal of being able to have a conversation after just 7 days of learning at home by myself. There will be some more updates after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, etc. as well as some in-depth breakdowns of exactly what I did and how long for. However, that's all in the future. For now, let's see how the first 7 days went. Hello and good morning. This is day number 1 of my Spanish learning journey. I spent the last few days sort of mapping the week out of what I'm going to do, so I've got a plan to get myself to the point where I can try and hopefully have a conversation. After 7 days, it's just more of a case of, is it going to work? I have no idea. I've tried to learn Spanish like 3 times before in the past. This is a new way I'm doing it. Before I was using like Duolingo, which I think I've came to the conclusion that it just sucks. It teaches you things like, the man eats the apple, and then you go to have a conversation with someone, and then you realise that, el hombre come una manzana isn't going to fucking help you. So I've got a new way of how I'm going to do it, and I'm pretty excited, and I guess let's just get into it and see if it works. I don't know. So first thing I did was jump on the old laptop and opened up the app Anki, which is essentially just an app where you can then create your own flashcards. I then went on to Google Translate, typed in the sentences that I would like to learn for today, and put them over onto my Anki deck. The good thing about Anki is you can also add a voice note.
¿Cuánto tiempo llevas aprendiendo español?
And then it was basically just repetition, going over and over and over the sentences and the answers that I wanted to learn today. This took about 3 to 4 hours of just constant repetition, going over and over and over. At the beginning it's very difficult and none of it really makes any sense, but eventually you start to realise what certain words mean, and then it's just a case of getting it ingrained into your head. So I did this for about 3-4 hours, just going over and over the same words until I was pretty confident that I had them memorised. After that I took a little break for a few hours, and then before bed I went on YouTube and found this, Spanish with Paul, which was a really informative little mini course. There are 10 lessons and I decided that I was going to do 2 every night. Each lesson is 30 minutes long, so an hour of listening before bed. Yo, day 2, and I'm really happy with what I did yesterday. I can remember most of the things I did. For the rest of the day today until night, I'm just going to sit here and go over the sentences that I learned yesterday, and then also implementing my keywords to then take 2 sentences and combine them together. I have certain keywords that I'm going to use, like but, therefore, even if, only, so that's just 5 of them. I can then use these keywords to make longer sentences. For example, yesterday I was learning he estado aprendiendo español durante una semana. I've been learning for 1 week, and solo sé un poco, which is I only speak a little. So I can take those 2 sentences and then use the word entonces, which is so I can say he estado aprendiendo español durante una semana, entonces solo sé un poco. I only speak a little because I only speak a little. No, I've been learning for 1 week, so I only speak a little. So it's taking 2 sentences, putting them together. That's what I'm going to do today, just messing around, and then I'll do the mini course at night also. So that's the plan. And that was pretty much it for day 3, followed by another Spanish for Paul lesson before bed. On day 4, I downloaded an app called Hello Talk. It connects you with loads of different Spanish speakers from all over the world. You just click on whoever you'd like to talk to, and off you go. You can start a conversation, and that's what I did pretty much all day. And I had a list of words on my computer that I usually struggle with to help me keep the conversation going. Any words that I came across that I didn't know, I would just put it into my Anki deck for the next day. Another Spanish for Paul lesson before bed, and that was day 4. Hola chicos, esta es el día número 5. Ahora estoy muy contenta con mi progreso en español. He estado practicando mucho, pero todavía hay mucho que no sé. Pero seguiré practicando. Sí. Hoy voy a seguir usando Hello Talk para practicar mi escritura y ver algunos programas de televisión para practicar mi auditiva. Sí. And that is exactly what I did. For the next 2 days, I spent about 3 to 4 hours a day on Hello Talk, having many different conversations. I even met someone who also spoke a bit of Chinese, and we spoke for a while in Chinese, which was really fun. I also went ahead and downloaded the entire box office of Friends in Spanish, which I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't know how much help this really was. I wasn't really able to understand most of it. I picked up every other word, but I don't really think it was much help. If anyone has any suggestions or alternatives, then I'd be happy to know if you could put it in the comments below. However, whether I was ready or not, day 7 had finally arrived, and it was time for me to see if I had learnt enough to be able to have a conversation. I had arranged to have a chat with my friend Lena. I had previously sent her a few of the questions that I've been learning in order to just get the conversation started, and this was the result. Hola!
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, gracias.
Debo decirte, esta es mi primera conversación en español. No sé por qué estoy un poco nerviosa.
Es tu primera conversación.
Sí.
¿Cuánto tiempo llevas aprendiendo español?
Solo he estado aprendiendo español durante sobre una semana, entonces solo sé un poco. Pero yo practicando todos los días. He estado practicando todos los días. Por muchos
Pero
horas.
por una semana nomás hablas muy bien. ¿Dónde
¿En
has
serio?
aprendido?
En casa soy autodidacta.
¿Por qué escogiste aprender? ¿Por qué decidiste aprender español?
¿Por qué?
Sí, ¿por qué?
Porque me gusta aprender los idiomas y quiero ir a la Sudamérica o Centroamérica y quiero poder hablar con todo el mundo.
¿Conmigo?
Cuanto yo vea.
Y de todos los países latinoamericanos, ¿cuál es el que más te interesa conocer?
Quiero ir a México y Colombia. Tú eres colombiano, ¿no?
Sí, yo soy colombiana. ¿Por qué te interesa?
¿Dónde parte de colombiano eres?
De Bogotá, de la capital.
Bogotá. No he estado, pero me gustaría ir a Bogotá.
Yes, te gustaría mucho. Y un país hermoso. Y México también es espectacular. ¿Cuál es tu favorito? ¿Cuál es el que más te gusta?
Mi país favorito es, yo creo que Japón.
¿Sí?
¿Y tú? ¿Cuál es tu país favorito?
Mi país favorito es Nepal.
¿Nepal? ¿Por qué?
Porque es muy tranquilo y las montañas son mágicas.
Sí.
¿Has viajado por Nepal?
No he estado. Puedo decir, no he estado, un día voy a ir.
Yep. ¿Sí? ¿Qué te gusta a ti hacer? ¿Te gusta viajar? ¿Qué más?
Me gusta mi pasatiempo.
Yep.
Me gusta viajar y jiu-jitsu y aprender idiomas.
¿Cuántos idiomas hablas?
Puedo hablar un poco chino, pero no he estado practicando mucho últimamente. Necesito practicar más mi chino y ahora supuesto un poco español, pero no mucho.
¿Y cuánto tiempo viviste en China?
Por 4 años.
¿Trabajaste como profesor de inglés?
Sí.
Oh, qué bien.
Pero sí. Ahora mi trabajo es profesor de inglés. Voy a ir a Turquía. I don't know how you say. No, ¿cómo se dice?
Turquía.
Sí. Yo sé de Turquía idiomas es turco.
Ujú.
Sí. Entonces también voy a aprender turco y español y chino.
Oh, wow.
Sí.
¿Y cuánto tiempo llevas aprendiendo chino y turco?
He estado aprendiendo chino por 4 años.
Ajá.
He estado aprendiendo turco por supuesto una semana, pero hablo un poco. Solo sé un poco. Sí.
Oh, qué bien. Turco, chino y español. ¿Qué otro idioma te gustaría
¿Qué otro?
aprender?
Solo turco, español y chino, pero más tarde quiero aprender tal vez árabe. No sé.
Ujú. Oye, hablas súper bien. No puedo creer que solo llevas una semana aprendiendo español.
¿En serio?
Es increíble. Hablas muy bien.
Gracias. Pero es más, es muy difícil. Pero yo creo que español y inglés es muy similar. Entonces yo creo que yo aprendo rápido porque es muy similar.
Sí. ¿Cuándo te vas a Turquía?
¿Cómo se dice? You asked me when I'm going?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say next week. What's next week? ¿Cómo se dice next week en español?
La semana entrante.
Claro, la semana entrante.
Because la semana is the week and entrante is like the next one.
Exanudo. Gracias.
Bien. Gracias por hablar conmigo en español.
Gracias por hablar conmigo. All right, and I think that was a success. I'm really happy with how that turned out. If anyone has any suggestions of any other things I can do to maybe speed up my listening comprehension, I think that's the hardest part, is my listening isn't very good. Mi escuchar es no muy bueno. Now this is where the hard part starts. I think it's very easy at the beginning because you know what you don't know. You know you don't know anything, so you always start out with the basics, the why are you learning, where did you learn, these type of questions and answers. But once you've got all that down and you can have a little bit of a conversation, then you tend to hit a wall. So this is where the hard work starts. And the next Spanish video will be after 1 month, and I'll show you my progress after 1 month. So let's hope that it just keeps getting better and better. And I'll also be doing Turkish and Chinese. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.